Hello and welcome to Face Off. I am Neota Igwe. Yes, we're starting a little behind time. A couple of things made us to get to this point. One of them, the fact that Super Eagles had to struggle so hard to get a draw with South Africa, and even that wasn't enough. They won't be defending the trophy they won in South Africa. But then some other issues caused us also to delay coming to you, but I'm sure we'll have fun just the few minutes we have to spare. For instance, I wanted to look at how law-abiding are the lawmakers in Nigeria. Now, recent impeachment exercises that have taken place across the country have had a few impeaching the majority or a few seeming to ride over the majority. The most recent rather, being in Ekiti State, where it is believed that, mark the word, it is said and believed that 7 lawmakers sat and appointed a pro tem speaker over 7 out of 26 lawmakers that make up the entire House. Now, 7 doesn't make a third of the entire House, is that? Well, some other people say, well, there were actually 10 of them that sat. That has to be proven. Anyway, we thought we would have the 2 of them here. So we invited Honorable Adetunji Orishalade, Deputy Speaker of Ekiti State House of Assembly, to come tell us what happened, and Adeloye Adeyinka, also a member of the State House of Assembly, to come tell us what happened. Along the way, guess what? We were shocked. Orishalade is in Lagos, and he calls to say he's stuck in traffic. We're still expecting him to come into the studio. And then Adeloye Adeyinka had to step back because something else came up in Ekiti. The governor was accused of being the mastermind behind the issues going on in the State House of Assembly. And the governor says, no, I need to defend myself. So guess what? Instead of Adeyinka coming in, we have Lewe Olayinka, special advisor, special assistant to the governor on public communications and new media. Thank you for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
So, instead of asking the question, are the lawmakers law-abiding? We ask the question, is the executive interfering with the activities of the legislature? Should that be the situation? That's what we'll be looking at today, but we'll start out with this film of what happened in the Ekiti State House of Assembly that will continue.
In the absence of Mr. Speaker and his deputy at the same time, the law empowers the House to go ahead and appoint a speaker pro tempore for the good governance of the state and for the smooth runnings of this very particular House of Assembly and the state in general. And that is what we've exhibited. So we've not violated any section of Nigerian Constitution. It's in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic.
But was the forum formed?
The quorum was formed. Actually, you can see, even the Constitution explains very clearly that if the quorum is even 7 without any observation, you can go ahead.
The Ekiti State House of Assembly constitutes 26 members. And if you want to talk about the majority, or the stipulated or expressly stated members that can put in place a speaker, or also that can screen, if they have simple majority, which will be 9. 7 of them were there, and out of that 7, they had their own speaker. So I think their action today is null and void.
Ooh. Is their action indeed null and void? Now, what are the issues that have happened in Ekiti State that have led to this? Now, some say, or there are reports that have it, that the State Assembly shunned the governor when he brought up a list of nominated commissioners. They refused to screen them, and as one of the lawmakers, the pro tem speaker there says they suddenly vanished. The speaker and his deputy suddenly vanished. So let's come back here and see, while we're waiting for Orishalade to come in and tell us what really happened, let's start with Olayinka telling us what transpired in Ekiti.
First, let me correct an impression that 7 lawmakers sat on Monday. 10 members of the House of Assembly sat on Monday.
Not 7.
10. And one third of 26 is 8.5, approximately 9. So with 9 members, you can sit in the House and take decisions. The only time you need more than 9 to take decision is when you want to impeach a governor or when you want to pass budget. Every other business of the House can be handled by 9 members. And on Monday, we had 10 members.
Okay, so there's a discrepancy here. The Speaker, Olubemi, the pro tem Speaker says 10 members sat. But the member of the House of Assembly who spoke in that report says only 7.
No. If you listen to what the man said very well, the man said even 7. He didn't say 7 sat. He said even if they were 7. That was what the man said. 10 members of Ekiti Assembly sat. And let me take you back to 2007 in Ekiti State. After the swearing of Governor Shegun, who was in the PDP then, you should remember that PDP had 13 members, AC then, now ACN and later APC, had 13 members. The 13 members of AC or ACN or APC, so to say, decided not to come to the House. They abandoned the House. They were camped in Lagos here. That has always been their practice. The moment they are not, the party is not the one in government, their agenda is let the state not work. And that is the agenda.
So now, you think the lawmakers of the state decided that the state should be grounded?
Then, the PDP lawmakers, 13 of them, were inaugurated. Among the 13, Speaker was elected, Deputy Speaker, Leader of Government Business, all the principal officers. And the House functions for like 3 months before the 13 ACN, now APC lawmakers joined them. So it is not new that you have less than the number of what we should have in the House carrying out the business of the House.
Okay, so you're denying the fact that the reports that are out there that the governor actually influenced these happenings in the House.
How could the governor?
Because they refused to discuss a request by the state governor to screen commissioners nominated on Tuesday, that's the previous week, Tuesday. They also failed to deliberate on a motion seeking members' approval for the constitution of local government caretaker committees, chairmen and members. Is
Governor Fayose a member of the House of Assembly?
Did he send a request to?
He's not. Let me tell you, before Shegun left government, I want to be and also take you back to what happened in the state before Fayemi became governor. A bill was sent to the House by Shegun for the autonomy of the House of Assembly. That bill was passed. Shegun signed it. And that was the first time in the history of Nigeria that the legislative arm of government was granted full autonomy. The same thing the judiciary in Ekiti. Unfortunately, when Fayemi became governor, he refused to let that bill work. He refused. And that was the reason Fayemi was the one who appointed aides for the speaker. The governor was the one